there's two things that the brain can latch onto, and it is rhymes and alliterations. And actually there's three, metaphors. Our tagline, which I shared, is advertise your name, make it rain. One of the guys that's doing our basement at our new office building, he renovates basements. I said, you need to say, we renovate and elevate your basement to take the bottom level to the next level.
Oh, dang.
Having a tagline allows you to separate yourself.
So many people have sat in that chair, and the people that I remember have had something like that.
Wow.
Every single one of them. If people cannot get it in a bite size when they leave, unfortunately, I forget them. Ashley, welcome to the podcast.
I am so pumped.
No, I'm way more pumped. I'm winning. I'm more pumped than you.
I don't know. It's going to be so good.
Yeah, I'm really excited because you are what makes the best podcast, I feel like, is when there's so much an excitement and energy for me and for my audience around the topic.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, between our Mentor Collective Mastermind and our Elite Mastermind and just my audience in general, I've actually been surveying people a lot in stories and asking what are the main things that you would love to learn and love to learn from me.
Yeah.
And messaging is winning across the board everywhere.
Really?
Everywhere.
Okay.
Isn't that interesting?
That is.
So I know that you teach so much on, multiple things, but you really are your zone of genius is ads. And then messaging is just such a massive part of that.
It is.
So you guys, we are going to get ready, buckle up, because I actually just got right before this a full hour of training with my team. And our wheels are spinning. Our minds are our whole world just got flipped upside down. We're so excited. So stay tuned, because we're going to be giving you so much good stuff throughout this entire podcast. Get ready, get your notes, get all the things. You're going to listen to this multiple times. But Ashley, I would love for you, because let's just set up the insane credibility that you have. I want people to understand who they're about to learn from, so they stay tuned in.
Yeah.
They tune back in multiple times. So tell us a little bit about your background, and then we're going to dive deep into some framework that you have.
I love it. I'm so pumped. That hour was so fun. It flew by.
It flew by. In fact, I was like, okay, what are you doing for the next 3 hours?
Yeah. What are you doing for the next 3 weeks?
All day, you guys, already at Jasmine Star's Mastermind.
Yes.
You're crushing it, girlfriend.
Thank
Your
you.
energy is amazing. I know you might be dying inside, but it surely doesn't show.
I have prayed to be able to find a community of people that see the value that I can help. And so honestly, today has been a dream.
Great. I hope it's energizing for you.
It is. Yeah. I'm not drained at all. So, okay. We're at a different place than we were. So I'll start with, I guess, where we were before.
Yes.
So I worked at 4 ad agencies for about a decade, and I started with small businesses, and then it ended up growing to where I was working directly with the CMO of these billion-dollar Fortune 500 companies. So all day, every day, from the moment I graduated, I've been doing ads. And what I really loved is most people teach a type of ads, but what I got to do at the ad agency for these 10 years was understand where are the different places you should serve your ads. So not just Facebook and Instagram. Actually, at the ad agency, 90% of my clients spent the majority of their money on Google and YouTube. Yeah. So it's crazy. When I left and went into the entrepreneur world, I was like, everybody's doing Facebook and Instagram. And yes, it works. And we just talked about my budget allocation out there. But what I found is your competitors and your prospects are on Google, YouTube, Pinterest, TikTok, LinkedIn, Amazon, Spotify, all these other places. So being able to understand, when do you use Facebook and Instagram ads, and what should your messaging be there, and how should you use these other platforms? That's what we do specifically, is teach people how to do that. So I just worked at an ad agency. Honestly, I had my first son, and I was working on an account that they're called Thumbtack. They're a home service provider. Yeah. Okay.
Use them.
Yep. Amazing. Same. So great company. So they were one of my clients, and they spent over 6 figures a day on ads.
Wow.
But I had multiple clients spending 6 figures a day on ads. And so because of that, I was so grateful I was on these big accounts. I was like, this is so resume building. And they wanted hourly updates on performance, understandably, but it was so hard. I felt like I couldn't escape my desk.
Hourly. You're still working on something while you're...
I know, but at an ad agency, you have to pretend like you are my only client. You can have everything, but it's like you have 5 others. And I was doing Dollar Tree's advertising, California Closets. There was all these incredible companies we were doing, and I loved it. I was working so much. So as a result, my marriage, it's way better now, but it was really bad for about a year. And I was like, oh my gosh, what if I'm the only one in this situation? So I need to start my own business. I was like, I want to be able to provide for myself. If this doesn't work out, it has worked out. We're so happy. It's great. And so now I'm in a place where we have grown the business to a nearly 8-figure business in less than 3 years. I have 14 teammates. My husband and I just donated over $25,000 to a couples counseling for the people that I feel like are responsible for helping save our marriage.
Yeah.
And so now things are in a very different place. And so that's where we are. I get to do ads all day, every day. And I love it.
Oh, I love that. So for everyone listening, just to set up who this conversation is for, I told you I have a physical product, daily beauty supplement. You said, absolutely. You can, if you end up learning this framework, the structure, the messaging, like you're going to crush it on that. If you do it for your personal brand, if you have a brick and mortar, all of these things. So technically all of this is for anyone who is selling.
Yes. I basically say, if you have something you want more people to find, we teach you how to become findable.
Okay. Become findable. And that's one of the names of
that's our little trademark.
Yes. So good. And that's what everybody is doing right now. And I think, one of the main reasons that ads are becoming so big is the algorithm has completely changed. And so even I was kind of telling you with Chris and I, in the past, we just really relied on the podcast, our email list, our text list, and social media.
Yeah.
And so we had done ads for our fitness membership years ago. And we ran it off of ads.
Oh yeah.
And it did great. But then we found for like the personal development stuff, there wasn't a ton of people doing ads for like personal brands. So we kind of just set it to the wayside and really found a lot of success in what we were doing on social and on our podcast.
Yeah.
But this year is totally different. I will tell you, anybody listening, like, and I think that they know some people it's changed for, or some people it hasn't changed as much because maybe they had a really good like back end and system and they were already starting to do ads.
Yeah.
But everybody needs to learn this now because the algorithm is different. And I feel like if you are not an insane organic content creator every day, you're going to struggle to find attention.
Yeah.
So this is why this is so powerful right now, is because there were a lot of people doing their one way.
Yeah.
And they need to learn another way.
I agree. I even have some clients that are like some of the top 10 on Amazon, and they are like, I'm so great at content and I don't want to do it every single day to be findable.
Yeah.
Like, it's like mentally draining. They're like, can I have a world where I actually take a week or two off of posting content and actually still have money in my business? Like, that's the question, because they're so good at it.
Yeah.
But I really do agree that the algorithm is almost like forcing you to pay to play a little bit. So yeah, I completely agree. I mean, obviously I'm like, I do see the value in it, but I see the value in any time you're acquiring an asset. And I feel like the skill of advertising is an asset. So
oh my gosh. Yes. So one of the main things that people struggle with is messaging.
Yes.
So let's talk about the framework that you teach on. So I'll let you dive into that.
Yeah. So this is called the Rainmaker Messaging Framework.
We love this name.
I love it. And so the reason we call this the Rainmaker Messaging Framework is because our definition of a rainmaker is someone who has an unusual level of skill that brings an unprecedented amount of revenue to a business. And that's what we can do when you got the messaging.
So you're saying we can all be rainmakers?
Yeah, you are. Look at you. You've killed it. You have made it rain, and you can make it rain even more.
Yes.
So often people are like, my coach actually said this to me and I'll never forget. She said, just because you've sold doesn't mean you can sell. And I think about that like ads. I'm like, just because you have gotten a certain result doesn't mean it can't be better. You could 10x anything that you're already doing if you can speed up how quickly those people find you. And especially when you have messaging right. So it's the Rainmaker messaging. So the R is resonance and relevance. So the way I like to think about this is what is specifically relevant to where they're at. And the way that I do that is, so, we were talking about messaging earlier. The 3 different types of ads, there's actually 4. There's 4 different categories that you can really allow people to relate to where they're at. So let me explain. So the first one is symptom aware. So let's use weight loss as an example. So symptom aware would be someone who is aware that their pants don't fit and they don't want to go on date night because they hate that they're not wearing the things that used to make them feel confident.
Yep.
That's symptom aware. Problem aware would be, I need to lose weight. Solution aware would be, I need a dietitian and a weight loss coach. Your solution aware would be like, I need Lori's program when you had that business. So, because cool.
Yeah, it was fitness before.
Fitness before. Yeah, that's right. So I just had a client and she spent $20,000 on ads, did $180,000 on her launch, which was very big for her. And it's because she made 3 different ads for all 4 of those. So you can resonate with the person listening when you are relevant to where they are at. Are they so struggling with something so long they can hardly see the solution? Are they aware that they need it, or are they not? So it's just creating ads that are relevant to where they are.
It's so good. And I think when people are thinking about that, this is informing you guys, just this podcast alone, not to mention everything that you offer, but this podcast alone is going to help inform you of all of your content.
Yes.
What's so cool about this is people don't realize that if you get this, you've now made everything that's been feeling hard in your business easier. You're messaging on Instagram, you're messaging in your emails, you're messaging. So like even testing these there to see what ads you want to do is brilliant.
It is.
Okay. So we love that we have this structure for that. And that's R.
That's it. Okay. That's R. It's so good. And you're right. It transfers to anything.
Everything.
When you get this right. So A is articulation. Now, Lori, I do love to rhyme and you're about to hear it.
I love this.
So the reason I rhyme is because the brain like attaches.
Remembers.
That's it. So A is articulation. So I like to say articulation leads to the elevation of your communication.
Love it.
So it's not just what you say, it's how you say it. This meta research for their ads said that 47% of a video's value is delivered in the first 3 seconds, and it's exponentially more likely to continue watch time when the articulation is strong. So it's like just being clear and having energy with how you say it. Energy is separate. We'll talk about it, but how you articulate your message so clearly. You know, have you ever met someone, you shake their hand and you're like, what do you do? And they tell you, and you're like, I have no clue what they actually do.
All the time.
Yeah. They didn't articulate it well.
Yeah.
Truly. They just didn't know even what to say. So that's why the work that we're doing in the messaging on how to articulate it matters so much. So they say 7% is the words, 38% is the vocal tone, 55% is body language and facial expressions. So it's just how you're articulating it, not just with your words, but even with your body.
Totally.
On how you're delivering it.
Love that.
Yeah.
That is, I'm like, go to the video and watch this because you can actually see there is like projection and energy behind it. And I feel like even when I'm podcasting alone in this room and doing like a solo episode, I'm actually moving.
Yes.
I'm like doing it with my face because what all of you don't realize is that you are feeling how we're moving. Like you're feeling the energy behind everything.
You are.
And so I love that. Like even practicing this, like kind of watching really great speakers and going out and trying it even by yourself or in the mirror, like the energy that will be behind it, people feel it. It transfers.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. What's that saying? It's like people, how you feel when you record it is how they'll feel when they watch it.
God, that's so good.
That's it. That's it. So are you ready for I?
I'm ready.
All right. So I is identifiability.
Okay.
So this is identifying who you are talking to. So you might have, for one of your programs, you specify that they're at a certain amount of revenue, like less than 500,000.
Yep.
Then you have another one where it's like, hey, you're at this higher revenue. Having an ad that calls out exactly who that is for very specifically matters. Now, here's where we take it a layer further. And I love this. Have you heard of the 5 love languages?
Yes.
Okay. So what does the 5 love languages say? It's like how you give love should be how they want to receive it, not how you want to receive it.
Oh, got it. Yep.
Yep. So it's like, I love physical touch.
I'm like, what are the 5?
Remember the 5?
Yeah.
But it's basically like, I love physical touch. So if you hug me right now, I'd be like, she loves me. But my husband, like, he's like, I don't need to be hugged. I just need to be acts of service. Like you do the dishwasher. And he's like, love that woman. I'm like, okay. So what I found that people do not realize with their ads, with their messaging, they're communicating how they like to be sold to.
Totally. I'm words of affirmation. So I'm going to just
go.
Word all over you.
That's it. So like yes. And you're very good at words too. And so there's these 4 buyer types. And what I found is people create an ad or create a message for the type of buyer that they are, not thinking that there are other people who like to be sold to and like to buy in these different ways. So anytime you can make an ad or an email or a post on social media about one of these types of people, it can help you. So there's 4 types. And you got to tell me which one you are. Okay. I think I know, but we're going to see. So there's 4 buyer types. You have the analytical buyer.
Okay.
That person is data driven, needs proof, details, comparisons. You have the amiable buyer. They're more relationship driven. They need trust, reassurance, social proof. They're slower and more consensus seeking. The expressive buyer, they are very excitement driven. They need inspiration, big vision, recognition. They're fast. They're emotional. They like to see the dream come true. And then number 4 is the driver. They are results driven. They need efficiency, clarity, speed, and they're very fast to make a decision.
Can you be a mix?
Are you like a 3.5?
I'm a 3 and a 4.
Yeah. I am too. I am.
Totally. I'm like, you got to show me the picture, but yes. And it's pretty fast. Actually very scarily fast.
It's like, once I trust you, then I'm quicker to make a decision.
I'm literally like, say less, I'll stop your video. And I just won't even think of anything else.
We are similar. I actually love that so much. I say rainmakers are action takers. So this lines up, Lori. Okay. So identifiability is who, and just thinking, how can I make an ad for the data-driven person? So like, even though I care about numbers, like I'm an entrepreneur, I love my dashboard with the team, but I'm also like, there's someone out there sitting. So I will make an ad that says, here is the exact dollar and return that this person spent, that this person sent, to just show them there is data to support that this can happen.
Yep.
So that's the...
Well, I'm thinking of this, you guys, just in terms of, you know, let's chat about just some products so people can hear that. You know, I'm thinking about in terms of, because I have the daily beauty supplement, and it's, you know,
Glossy.
for me, Glossy.
Yeah,
and it's like a packet that you put into water.
Drinkable skincare.
Yeah, drinkable skincare. Good job. Yes. And so when I'm thinking of ads, I'm thinking of the things that I want. You know, I'm like, oh, they must want this, but I forget, oh, that's right. A lot of these people really want the science, which we have great science, but I am always like, isn't that kind of boring in an ad? Like just seeing science, you know, I kind of want to see more of like before and after. I want to know how I'm going to feel, like what's the benefits, but there are those people who like just want to see like data, you know?
Yeah, they do. Like, give me the ingredients and why you chose these and whatever. That's good.
Totally.
You know, for me, for the skincare specifically, like when I think about identifiability, like who would buy that? I'm thinking, who wants to show up as the most confident version of themselves? Like you could even do an ad and be like, hey, are you a podcaster? You constantly create content and you want to have that glow because you know your episodes are better when you feel better, right?
Yeah.
One of the best things you can do is have that skincare. So like you could use that as a great ad.
So is that something that you do a lot? Like I'm seeing it all over social media, obviously, and I do feel like my posts perform better with that. Are you seeing in ads the call out, the very specific call out? Are you a podcaster? Are you are you trying to get to 500K? Very specific numbers. Can you tell me a little bit about that, or do you get into that?
This is great because this card says that. So it's about necessity, and we say specificity creates necessity.
Okay.
So that's exactly it. So as specific as you can be, and here's why. The algorithm wants to find the person that will relate to the words that you're saying. So if you say, are you 43 years old? You like to do this. You have, 4 dogs. You live in this county. It's like, it's going to say, oh, that's me. And it's going to find the person that's most likely to interact with that. So even if you're not 43 years old, you don't have 4 dogs, that specificity alone of that vision you created, someone can relate to that. For example, there's this guy, he's in the NFL. He has 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube. And I messaged him the other day because a friend of mine was like, do you know him? And I was like, no, but I should. I was like, hey, John, he owns a builder, construction and woodworking business. And I said, hey, John, I know we don't know each other very well. I don't do this really ever, but I just wanted to reach out because you're killing it on YouTube and I kill it with ads. What if there was a way you could help me with my YouTube organic and I could help you with ads? He responds and is like, here's my email. I'd love to meet. So we get on this call. And for 30 minutes, I helped him. The other 30 minutes, he helped me. And he called out one of my YouTube videos. He said, you're doing this all wrong. He said, you named this video, How She Saved You 6 Figures in Taxes. He said, that is too general. Never say that. He said, you need to go back and say, how she saved me $722,332 on taxes. That specificity is what creates the necessity for them to realize that they need it. He said, generalities, anybody can say that. He's like, be more specific. And so as specific as you can be on a scenario, that's what people are going to draw into.
So good, which is crazy because I'm like, that's exactly what I'm drawn to right now. What I think one of the challenges is for people like me who are more like visionary, creative, and yes, I have a team behind me. Like I don't do data too much. Can I get into it? Yes. But if my brain stays there, it's like, I just feel like I'm going to die.
Or overwhelmed.
Yes, totally. Yeah. So what would you recommend for those people trying to get the specifics of their data and all the things and the exact amount that your client did? And would you have someone on your team? What are some trackable things that would be great to lead with in ads that you should look for?
Yeah. So it's one of the things that we talk and teach about is there's front end metrics and back end metrics. Front end is how they're engaging with the ad, click-through rate, cost per click, view rate. The back end is all the stuff that we really care about. It's like, are they converting? Are they buying? So yes, I have someone on my team that has like an executive summary that sends me every Monday morning and says, here's the metrics you want to know about the challenge or about our performance or about our forecasted revenue. So having someone on the team that can read, because one of the things I say about data is data makes decisions and decisions make dollars. And sometimes the data says the decision is we should stop doing this thing because it is not working. And so many people, I think, that do ads, or sometimes they're like always trying to look at the good side. I'm like, sometimes it's terrible. Sometimes the performance is really bad and we need to be like, okay, well, what do we do about this? What's our next move? And calling a spade a spade. But yes, having someone on the team to help you figure out what metrics matter the most and what is it saying, like what do you need to do about it? That's what I love. That's what we teach too.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, so good. All right, so that's N for necessity, which is why it matters. So I love this one. So this is memorability is M. And so this is so important in your messaging, and I'm going to give you a ChatGPT prompt that you're going to love, okay? So that you can do this. Will that be helpful?
It's great.
Okay.
Please.
So you want people to remember you. So if there's 2 things that the brain can latch onto to remember so that it's like, oh, that's the person. When it comes to your words, and it is rhymes and alliterations. And actually there's 3, metaphors. Rhymes, alliterations, and metaphors. And so our tagline, which I shared, is advertise your name, make it rain. I had a client, actually I have 2 examples for you. So her challenge, her masterclass was called Capacity to Cash Flow. What does that even mean? Do you even know what she does right now?
No. If she has a really large capacity, maybe she'll make money.
Yeah, basically. I mean, like it's like I have no clue what this is.
Yeah, totally.
So I was like, Emily, she's a friend too. I was like, she was in my top tier program, and she was like, Emily, this isn't good. I don't understand it. She said, well, what would you do? And I'm like, okay, so she's a nervous system regulation coach. So I'm very big on words. And I was like, how can we get them to remember, like, regulate? So what we did is we called it the Regulate to Elevate Challenge. And it said how nervous system regulation leads to the elevation of your life, body, business, and relationships. Hits, right?
Yes. I understand that.
I understand
know
that.
who it's for. I qualify myself or not. Yeah.
That's right. So here's another example. One of the guys that's doing our basement at our new office building, he renovates basements. And I couldn't stop thinking about how his Instagram should not just say we renovate basements. It was like, I was in Hawaii. I was like, no, not Hawaii. I was in St. Lucia. I was in St. Lucia a month ago, and I'm laying there in bed and I was like, no, it can't be that. And I woke up and I was like, this is what it needs to say. I said, you need to say, we renovate and elevate your basement to take the bottom level to the next level.
Oh, dang.
He loved it too. I was like, yeah. Okay. But like, that's what you want to say. It's like, hey, we renovate and elevate your basement to take the bottom level to the next level. Are you interested? It's like having a tagline like that. So here's how I like to do it. Go to ChatGPT and say, hey, ChatGPT, here's exactly what we do. Here's why we do it. Here's who we do it for. And here is specifically why we are better and different than anybody else that could do this. Then say, I need a short tagline that is memorable, that uses either a rhyme, an alliteration, or a metaphor. Can you help me? And then plug in. One thing I like to do is copy and paste maybe a couple social captions or an email that you feel like communicates you really well, and just see what it comes up with. And it will come up with a tagline that's memorable, that incorporates what you do.
Yep.
So that is really helpful. Granted, that one just came to my brain, but I think my brain was just like reading ChatGPT's mind, because I know that it's going to try to pull that together. So having a tagline allows you to separate yourself. You know, I have one more idea for you, Lori. So today at Jasmine's Mastermind, there's a girl, she's a wealth advisor. She said at the end, she was like, wait, delegators are wealth creators, because she wants to delegate the wealth management.
That's so good.
And I said, so here's what you do. You have an ad and you say, hey, she works with 7 and 8 figure founders. She said, hey, are you a 7 and 8 figure founder? You're working so hard, but your money isn't working as hard as you do. There's a way that you can delegate that to a team of people who can trust with your money. And what I found is delegators are wealth creators. We can help you. Click the link below. Like, imagine if that was her ad. It had everything that you need, and it had that little tagline. You're like, I remember that. Yeah. And so that's what all of us need to find in our business to really stand out.
It's so much clarity. And everybody that I've ever, oh my gosh, I think this is maybe around my 1500th podcast. No joke. Literally.
You deserve a trophy.
No, it's just like the best thing ever. You know, it's how I create a network. It's like paid me in spades. It's been the best thing that's ever happened to me. But with that said, so many people have sat in that chair, and the people that I remember have had something like that.
Wow.
Every single one of them. If people cannot get it in a bite size when they leave, unfortunately, I forget them.
Wow.
Or what they did. Like, I can't even name half the people I podcasted with. That sounds terrible.
No.
But saying like, if they don't have something to say memorable like that helps me remember and understand. Here's the thing. If you're not understanding, you forget.
That's it.
You forget them as a person, which is crazy to say. So that is such a beautiful way to make your brain remember. Rhyming is so wonderful for that. but also just help you understand. All you're doing is helping people understand so clearly that if I go, with network marketing, one of the biggest things we learned is if it's not duplicatable, if I can't sit here and tell you why or what this thing is, and you can't go tell your friend on the phone because you love it. If you can't go tell your friend on the phone and have her understand, no one, you've lost them already.
That's it.
There are so many challenges to business that I don't want starting to be one of them for you. And when you want more, when you're starting a business, you need Northwest Registered Agent because you get access to thousands of free guides, tools, and legal forms to help you launch and protect your business. And it's all in one place. You can build your complete business identity with Northwest today. Northwest Registered Agent has been helping small business owners and entrepreneurs launch and grow business for nearly 30 years. They're the largest registered agent and LLC service in the U.S. with over 1,500 corporate guides, real people who know your local laws and can help you and your business every step of the way. You can sign up for free account to begin managing your business hub with lawyer drafted operating agreements, bylaws, resolutions, membership certificates, bills of sale, and more at no cost. Northwest makes life easy for business owners. They don't just help you form your business, they give you the free tools you need after you form it, like operating agreements, meeting minutes, and thousands of how-to guides that explain the complicated ins and outs of running a business. And let me tell you, this is life-changing because I had no idea how much went into this. So don't wait, protect your privacy, build your brand, and get your complete business identity in just 10 clicks and 10 minutes. Visit www.northwestregisteredagent.com/earn free and start building something amazing. Get more with Northwest Registered Agent at www.northwestregisteredagent.com/earn free. Are you ready to take your business marketing to the next level? Meet Brevo, the all-in-one marketing and CRM platform built to help you connect with customers, boost engagement, and grow your business smarter. With Brevo, you can manage all your customer interactions in one place, nurture leads with their built-in CRM, reach your audience through email and SMS, and keep them coming back with powerful automations. But here's where it gets really exciting. Meet Aura, Brevo's AI assistant. Aura helps you craft smarter campaigns by suggesting personalized content, optimizing send times, and even analyzing performance data to help you improve your strategy in real time. It's like having a marketing expert on your team 24/7. And of course, Brevo offers advanced analytics, seamless integrations, and AI-driven personalization, everything you need to create multi-channel campaigns that hit the mark every time. Get started for free today or use code HAPPY50 to save 50% on starter and standard plans for the first 3 months for an annual subscription. Just head to www.brevo.com/happy and take your marketing further with Brevo and Aura. You know how much sleep affects everything from your mood, your energy, and you hear me talk about this with skin all the time. But let's be really honest, unwinding at night for entrepreneurs and anyone who's listening to this podcast is probably pretty challenging because we love to replay the day and think of our big goals and all of the things that we want and need to be doing the next day. That's why my nighttime routine has become a non-negotiable. It's become super sacred to me. And I've been using Osea products, and their Dream Collection has completely up-leveled how I wind down at night. Their Dream Night Serum and their Dream Night Cream are clinically tested formulas powered by bioretinol, and they're designed to reduce the visible effects of stress on your skin while you sleep, which I really need right now. I wake up feeling like my skin actually got to rest. It feels softer, it feels smoother, and it feels really nourished. And as someone who struggles with really dry skin, I love how rich and creamy these feel without being heavy. So my nightly wind down ritual isn't just about skincare. It's about creating a sense of serenity at the end of the day. So it's choosing products that work while you sleep. And this helps me slow down, settle in, and take care of myself, because skincare really is self-care. And I am also obsessed with the scent of these. And I'm excited to share that Osea just launched their newest product in the Dream Collection, the Dream Bioretinol Body Serum, which is a full body overnight treatment that visibly de-stresses the skin with a blend of bioretinol, red seaweed, magnesium, and lavender, which is why I love the smell. It helps reduce visible dryness and dullness, improves elasticity, and leaves your skin feeling softer and smoother by the morning. This is absolutely becoming a core part of my body care routine in 2026. So give your skin a rest with clean, clinically tested skincare from Osea. And right now we have have a special discount just for our listeners. Get 10% off your first order site-wide with code EARN at oseamalibu.com. That's OSEAMALIBU.com.
It's so normal, Lori. Like, we see so many ads and so many posts all day. The only way that someone's going to stand out is because they have something and they're saying it in a different way. So that's
why can
so
we
good.
remember jingles from 1985? I
Right.
don't know how old you are. Probably not. Whatever.
30 something, okay?
Like, were you born then? I don't
Yes,
know.
I promise.
Okay, great. Why can I remember jingles from literally being like 6 years old?
Ooh.
You know?
Yes.
It's because they like rhymed. They were jingles. It was something that they came up with a memorable tagline.
They did.
And you remember your whole life.
You know what I just thought about? That Empire. Do you know that one?
What is it?
It's like 1-800-488-2300 Empire today.
Oh, yes.
Yes. See, it's because of
Exactly.
that. I'm like,
I
those
know.
little things matter. And you're like, why is that jingle in your brain? I'm like, that's the whole stinking point.
You just find their hook and it works.
That's it.
Mhm.
Wow. That's amazing. All right. So that is on memorability.
I literally have, I have one in my head. It's like, this is truly 1985 or 86.
Wasn't alive then, Lori.
It's like Lee press on nails. They press on in seconds. No glue, no stick. Like, what do Lee press on nails do? They press on in seconds with no glue and no stick. Do you want them?
Yeah, it's so clear. You don't have to wonder, what is this for? Who? It's like, that is exactly, absolutely I do.
Yeah, exactly.
So good.
All right, continue.
No, that's amazing. That's the whole point. That's what they want you to do, is to remember it forever.
Totally.
Yeah. You know, most people, Lori, they're just not willing to pay to be memorable and known before someone's ready. Like, they want to only be known when someone's ready to buy. But like, those businesses, when you think of like traditional advertising, they were willing to pay for the brand exposure so that when you were ready to get press on nails, that was what was in your head.
Yeah, like 15 years when I was a paying customer later, after I was 6 years old, now I did buy Lee press on nails.
It paid off. It was a delayed gratification.
It really
People just aren't willing for that. All right. So A is avoidance. And I made these up. And it goes, I really did. But there's a few things I want people to avoid because I feel like I've seen that it performs better. So there's just a couple things here. There's actually 3. So people make the mistake in their ads is they say, hey, when you enroll in our mastermind, you're going to get access to all these different coaches. Instead of flipping it and saying, you will get to have clarity on teams, operations, scaling, marketing, social media when you enroll in the mastermind. It's just putting the payoff first. We're humans, so we think about us first. And it's like, yes, this is what you get. And I see ads all the time. And I'm like, if you would just flip it, they'd actually make it to the end. We're like, oh, it's through that they get this payoff. So I always ask people, what are the payoffs of what you do? That's something I learned from my sales coach. What are the payoffs? Let's start with that and then say, and that's what you get when you enroll. And so that's the second part, is I never say if. I would never say, hey, if you sign up for one of our programs, you'll get this. I say when. It's assumptive. It's like, this is happening when you enroll, if they're qualified. I would never say that to someone who's not, I can already tell. You know how some people are just like not a good customer? You know what I mean?
Oh, God, yeah.
Same. I'm like, I can spot it from a mile away. I'm like, this is giving, not going to understand any of the processes. But
I fully understand, because I've had those customers in, and in the beginning, you know, in your entrepreneurial journey, you convince them to come in because you're like, I'm desperate. I just need cash.
Please.
And then you learn really fast.
You're like, I will pay you to buy. And now I'm like, I'm gonna cry because
I'm going to pay you not to buy.
I'm gonna pay you to never buy again. Yeah. And then you start qualifying and it's amazing. But no, every single person, me included, so desperate at the beginning. And so now it's, thank you, Jesus, but we can like qualify who we want to spend our time and energy with. And so I say when, not if. I put the program first. And the last thing is, this is just an Ashley thing, but I feel a lot of times people will say, hey, y'all, hey, everybody. And I have even done that. Like, we all have done it, but there's only one person watching. And so specifically for ads, instead of saying, hey, everybody, if you're struggling with this, you could say, hey, are you dreading date night because you have these favorite pair of jeans and you're not able to wear them right now? There's a way that you can. I know you've tried, blah, blah, blah. So just having that you moment and like really looking at the eyes of the camera. I took a screenshot of one of my friends, Kaylee. She does PR, and because she's in my program, I saw one of her ads. So I took a screenshot of it and I sent it to her and I said, I can see that you're reading the teleprompter right above the screen. I was like, and I'm losing a little bit of connection because I'm watching your eyes scroll. And I was like, I really want you to just look into the heart of the camera, make a mistake with the script, but like connect with the person. And so that's one thing I think you can really do is avoid looking away from the screen, putting your program first, talking to everyone and saying if, but not when.
Oh my gosh. I just did these videos. I'll tell you, this is crazy. So it's the intention and the feeling, and it's better to mess up and even feel like you're not necessarily saying it 100% right, but having a true intention and connection. I know that sounds weird, but like with the camera, but thinking of that person in your head and even kind of fumbling through some of it. I'm not saying to like fumble through and not retry, but I literally just test, like, I've been doing some, I've just been wanting to get on camera really quick and like talk to my audience, like really vulnerably in my bathrobe and talk to people. But I kind of made this quick challenge for myself. I'm like, I'm going to do what I used to do. And I'm going to do this every single morning, which I'm not going to be doing it every morning because I realized it's a very, very time consuming thing. I was going to jump on every morning like I used to and do like a quick bathrobe reel, like just 20 seconds to a minute, and talk vulnerably, like what is on my heart? What do I really want them to feel and know for their day? And so I did the first one, and it was so authentically like it was on my heart. And I was like, I have to say it.
Yeah.
I went to upload it and I'm like, I fumble through. I don't know if I'm saying my point as clear as I want, but when I tell you that, like, I felt it in my chest, the intention, and that one did insanely amazing. Like I actually couldn't believe it. Like the amount of comments that happen. I think it's at like, for me, like 140 comments of like very paragraphs. I don't typically get paragraphs.
Wow. Me neither.
Like so many. And I was like, so the reason for that was the deep, like getting into everything that you had just said at the beginning of this, like get in the intention, really think of that person, like get in the, like, where are they at? What is their pain? If you were their girlfriend sitting across from them right now, like I get you. I have like been there. This is what I'm doing, like that type of speaking. So then the third morning, you can kind of see I'm starting to get like a little, like, what do I say? I put something in my teleprompter, only kind of read it. But when I watched it, I was like, ew, even I'm disconnected from it. I'm not saying ew, like whatever, I have grace for myself. But I was like, oh, there's such a break in the energy. And that one just like tanked. And it was a great message though.
Yeah,
isn't that interesting? It was more clear. I had it on the teleprompter. It was very concise, but the energy wasn't there.
Yeah.
So it's like a good, like learning that mix, but I freaking love that. It's like practicing this, but just like you said, like that, like true, authentic, how can you create that connection staring into the camera?
Yeah. So Lori, I love that. I love, like, it takes a lot of you to like show up to be able to like, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to have the message. I don't care what it is, and put it out there. So no wonder it did well. But yes, I agree. I feel like the brain, when you're looking at that teleprompter, it's just slightly distracted. Like a little bit of it can't connect just because it's trying to think. Whereas when you are just looking at the camera, just talking like you and I, like we could just talk and talk because we're not thinking about anything other than like the person.
Totally. Even bullet points sometimes for you guys. Like if you're listening and you're overwhelmed by this already, like just know that what we're trying to say is get a couple points in your head.
Yeah.
And practice that. And like try to do that more from an intentional, like really feel it place rather than like getting everything perfect and reading it.
Yeah. And you can always, which I'm sure you do, like get your point and then you can pause and just like, oh wait, what was I going to say? Yep.
Guys, just edit it.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. I watched one of your bathrobe ones and I loved it. Like challenge one and the resilience.
That was the one that was just like, I'm not scripting it. I'm not going to think about it.
Did it go well or not?
It went well.
Yeah.
It was
I
really
loved
well.
it. Okay. Cause that's actually a good point. I was so into the message. I didn't even look at the like social stuff around it.
Great. Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this was good. I really like this. This is how I feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Loved it. All right. So K in our Rainmaker, K is knowledge. And so for another rhyme, because we love the rhymes.
We do.
It is lingo is bingo. So here's my example. One of my clients, she attended my challenge and she had never thought about marketing her business. Like she was a speech language pathologist. She hadn't thought about marketing, advertising, social media. She was like, I don't know. She now did so well with her ads. And this one ad, all she did was put lingo on the screen. So it was just a single image ad. So it was just pink and just had words. And all the words said was, SLPs, are you tired of soap notes? Now you and I are like, what the heck is that? So SLP means speech language pathologist, and soap notes is some sort of like thing that they have to do when they're with a client. It's like a client session, something like that's like part of the process.
Yep.
Okay. And so she put that, and that lingo for any other SLP, they were like, that's my person. I am tired of soap notes. And her ad basically said, if you want to use your skills as an SLP, but you don't want to be crying in your car, which is some sort of inside joke they all know. Who knows? Like it was the most insider ball game language. And she spent $4,000 and did a $43,000 launch.
Wow.
Which was a huge deal for her. She made more in that launch than she had made like the whole year. Like it was a really big deal for her. But it was because it was straightforward and she used the lingo, and that was bingo for her audience to be like, oh, she's speaking the language. She knows what she's talking about.
For sure. Oh my gosh. If you can say, there's so many things like that people don't realize. Is there anything that you do, and you probably have this in some of your courses, but practices, things that you can do to kind of like memory joggers? Like, is there anything that you do personally, even on your team, to like sit and strategize? Like, is there any inside things that you can think of? Like, how do you give yourself space to kind of think of this messaging?
So have you ever read the book, The Artist's Way?
I have.
Okay. Do you know how she talks about the journaling?
Yep.
I feel like ever since I began journaling, which is really recent, I feel like I am getting my head cleared enough to actually be able to think. I was kind of struggling with a little bit of burnout last year because it was just do. We were growing so quickly and I was so grateful, but we were hiring a person a month and I was like, this is
You're always in the do.
Always in the do and never in the let me just think.
Yeah.
And what I found for me and the team is I was like, please just like, let's block off some time on our calendar to just think for a minute. What are the things that our clients are saying? What are the pain points so that we can go make an ad on that? Like when I was really in my groove, if I had a sales call with someone and they were considering like say the mastermind or something, I would immediately go record an ad to handle the objection they had just given me. So if they're like, I'm not sure it's gonna be enough time, or I don't know about my spouse, I would go like, so I just got off the phone with this incredible person. They have this type of business and they said that they don't know if they have enough time. Maybe you're wondering that too. I would handle it and launch that as an ad. And they'd be like, wait, was that for me? I'm like, yes. So just having time to think, to create, I think that's helpful. But as far as like actually studying memorization, I like kind of want to go like research what does it take to memorize? Because I'm actually not the best at memorization if there's not an alliteration or a rhyme tied to it,
Yeah. Well, I think that's the key is think time. People don't give it to themselves.
No, that's not on the calendar.
No.
To just think.
I know. I just realized the other day because I was feeling kind of burnt out. I was like, what was I doing when I was really in it? When everybody who's had, even if you haven't had some success, it's like if you're a creative person, but you're not, or even a very spiritual person, you're not feeling connected to God, or you're not getting the downloads, you're not feeling like you're getting the ideas. Most likely it's because something has gone that you used to have, that maybe you used to do a cycle class and your brain could turn off and it was moving your body and you could just think of things that would come through. Maybe you used to walk by yourself a lot. Maybe you used to just turn on music. Maybe you had a longer drive to your job and you didn't realize that drive is when you did all your thinking. So the other day I realized I used to be a runner, but I stopped running. All of the things, my knees, multiple reasons. I had stopped running, but now I do I do Legree, but I'm in a class. And it's not this open space of like, I'm outdoors, I'm looking at the sky, maybe I'm listening to music or a podcast. So even just recently, I've had to work back in like solo walks. Life-changing.
Yeah.
My content feels easier. My connection feels better. I'm getting answers faster. I told you, I literally feel like I like prayed for you to come in and teach ads. And it was like 2 days later, I had a message in my inbox. Could she come and do a podcast? I was like, thank you so much. This is from like walking and praying and being open. But I think that there's so much of this that people don't understand that is connected to like, what's the space you're giving yourself to ask, to pray, to think about what you really need. And so if you're in the do, sometimes you have to be in your business. But I do think there's so much we think it's going to make us go slower to give us that space, but it makes us go a lot faster.
I completely agree. I also prayed for you too, even though I didn't know who you were at the beginning. But seriously, I feel like that whole point of the Artist's Way says we were created by a creator to create. We want to create, but if we don't take time to create, like he can't do his thing. And I just feel like getting outside in nature, in the creation, like it triggers something up there.
It does.
And I just feel like when you're doing what you're supposed to do, doors open. So yeah, I'm so excited that this worked out too.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah. So the walks, it actually, I think you might have just like had an epiphany for me. I used to live in a neighborhood and I would walk every single day up hills for 45 minutes. We moved to this beautiful home in great space. It's a dream home. And I don't walk outside anymore. And I like miss that. It's the only thing about the whole house. I love everything about it, but I loved the neighborhood.
Yep.
And it's a back road. So I don't like walking on the road. And I feel like I've struggled with like wanting to have those like free flowing ideas because I've missed the time where like those happen. That's so good.
Maybe 1 or 2 days a week. Cause we always talk about that with what neighborhood we want to live in. And we've lived in some that don't have the walkability. So we're like, okay, 2 days a week, we're going to go park somewhere just to go in that neighborhood and walk. And like, maybe it's once a week or maybe but that is like life changing.
Okay, I'm doing that.
Okay, great.
You just helped me.
I'll check back in.
Amazing. Please do. All right. So knowledge is what you know about limb. Lingo is bingo. And the last two is the E and the R. So E is energy, which I think we kind of just talked about why energy is so important. So for me, I get a lot of ads from my clients. Like they submit it and they're like, give me your feedback. And sometimes I'm like, the script was great. Your delivery was not good. I'm like, were you mad? Like, you know,
probably because we hate doing it sometimes.
That's it. They're like, yeah, I actually hated recording it. And I'm like, no wonder.
Swearing before it.
The ad is giving, I'm mad about recording this right now. Like I can tell. And so I'll be like, I love you. And let's not put this on the internet. Like, because like we talked about, people will like feel how you felt when you record it. Yeah. So I give this story often. I paid my videographer to come do a big batch day, podcast, ads, all this stuff. And in the middle of recording something, I just start crying. And so he knows that my favorite song, he knows that my favorite song that I listen to before we go is Unstoppable. So he's just watching me cry and he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I just need a minute. And all I know is I'm sitting there and my hands are in my head and all I hear is, I'm unstoppable. Like he starts doing it. And what happened was I didn't protect my energy that day. So now the way that I have seen that my ads perform the best is one of two things. Either I'm feeling extremely energetically randomly and I'm like, ooh, I need to just record this right now. That does well. The other thing that does well is when I do a batch day and I've prepared what I want to talk about. I know I'm doing these prospecting ads, these solution focused ads, these problem focused ads, these retargeting. Like I know that I'm going to record all of this. And I protect myself the night before. I get amazing rest. I don't do a strength workout that morning because I'm like, it's load either way.
It is.
And like emotional load is a thing. I'm like, I'm going to walk that morning instead of do mega weight lifts. I'm going to eat. I'm going to take care of my body. I'm going to be so prepared. One of the things I don't do anytime I'm batching anymore is I never pick up my phone or open to my computer. Like my messages for the whole day go on red because if I open that computer, I'm going to get cortisol injected into my brain. I'm like, I need to stay in this, like I'm feeling really good and remove distractions. So energy is one of the things I think people just sit down. They're like, okay, I have a 27-minute block to record this ad. And I'm like, you are rushed. You are not feeling your best. So now I get my hair and makeup done professionally if I'm going to do ads, unless I'm doing sweatshirt mode, which can be a thing, but just really saying, how can I prepare myself to feel the best so that I can just be in the zone? And so that is my goal, is to ask yourself, how can you prepare yourself, not just the day up, but before, to really just kill it with your ads and get a bunch done?
Oh God, that is so true. When you think about just recording the ads and recording anything like that, that is like your zone. It's like if an athlete, or before they go and play a game, and this is your game.
Yes.
This is the game that you're playing. This is what people are coming to you for. They want to feel that energy. And it's like, nobody wants to pay somebody to feel stressed out, chaotic, to not, I always talk to women, and we love jamming on the topic of like, what are we really paying for when we pay someone? Like when you really get down to it, yes, articulation is so huge and all the things that you're saying, but my God, you are paying so much for energy. You're paying for, because you want to be like that. You want to feel like how you're feeling from them.
That's so good.
You're buying hope if they feel hopeful, if they're giving you hope, and you truly are buying someone's energy. So I don't know if you've ever been in a room where it's like, I actually am not even sure what they said, but I am eating out of their hand because they are just like, I can tell life force is coming out of them.
Wow.
And sometimes your life force has died, And so you're like, I will pay any amount to get, and you're giving, just so you know, you're giving life force.
Am I?
Yes.
You are too.
You're in giving life force mode. So it's like, I'm not even sure what I'm buying. I am. I'm very clear because you're very articulate.
I'm so excited.
But the combination of articulation with like energy and life force and like hope, you're transferring energy and hope to people.
Lori, that is so good. I've never thought about like that. But I remember the first mastermind, the first program I ever bought, I absolutely bought it because she had this confidence that just radiated. And I was like, totally. I want to be able to record a video like that.
Yeah. Walk into a room like that, record a video like that, stand in front of people that way. You're Lori, like, no, I will pay anything for that.
For osmosis.
Yes.
Like, give me some of what you got there.
Totally.
Yeah.
Love it.
That
And
is-
we did. We paid a lot for it.
Yeah. I paid this
It was
woman,
worth it.
I paid this woman $125,000 to get some energy, and thank God it transferred.
It paid off.
It did, is all I got to say.
Okay, that is true. I just want to touch on that really fast before you go to your last one. Like, one of the things that is so vital for people who want to go to the next level, it's true about getting in the room with them, like by osmosis.
Absolutely.
It's like, we can learn from you all day, and we like truly, you transfer that on camera, but there is something about when you can work in person with someone too, or see someone in person. It's like next level, because you do fit and you do change. You do change, because energy actually, I just saw a study about it. Energy actually changes people when you're with someone. Like, you change their brain patterns.
Wow.
Like, the stronger brain pattern is
I
going to
just got
change.
chills.
It's going to change the weaker one. So it's why it's like, okay, how about we get into it's, I mean, if you look at crazy leaders throughout history, like, the stronger brain pattern is going to change the weaker one. So it's like, okay, which room do you want to be in?
That's so cool.
Anyway,
It makes complete sense. I don't know why 125 is the number, but I paid $125,000 twice to be near people.
interesting.
One was my sales trainer. One was Alex Hormozy.
Yep.
I sat in a room with 8 other business owners and just got to watch that whole thing happen. And I absolutely just got to watch how he carried himself. And I'm like, that absolutely transfers.
Yeah.
That's
I heard a speaker, it was actually Gabby Bernstein, and she said something with the translation or something wasn't working in a country she was in, and everyone wanted her to continue even though they couldn't understand because they felt her.
Whoa.
Like, because she just
Stop. That is so good.
I was like, okay, got it. We're just get up there and give them energy.
So talk about a reason to record your ads when you feel good.
Totally.
And to call a spade. When we stopped, I was like, I can't record again no matter what. Like, I'm not happy. I'm sad right now. I'm stressed right now. There's too many other things happening. I was like, we have to call it today. I'll record another day.
Yeah.
But when you do show up, you can tell when you show up and you record it, and like, that's fire. That's going to do well.
It feels good.
Feels good. Gosh. Okay. Well, that was amazing. So my last one is reputation. So you and so many of the people listening to this podcast right now have worked so freaking hard to establish a reputation, to have this credibility, to have this many millions of downloads, or this many followers, or this many on your email list, or this many people's lives changed, and all these things. And we think that credibility negates humility. That is not true. Humility, just because you're credible does not mean you're not humble and thankful for it. And people hide their credibility under bush. And I'm like, you have to say why they should listen to you as soon as possible. One of my friends, she has an 8-figure business. Her name is Stacy. Her number one best performing ad starts with the sentence, I'm an 8-figure entrepreneur, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to listen to you.
Yeah.
Because you've obviously created something.
Totally.
So many people on the internet, you know, do I have issues with this? Probably. But there's people that maybe teach what I do, and sometimes I have to unfollow them to stay in my lane, to not get distracted. But some people don't have the skill that the person that you right here listening, or Lori, has actually worked so hard to create. So if you do have the credibility, freaking state it. State it at the beginning, state it soon. Kaylee, I was watching the person that actually connected Lori and I. So Kaylee had a video that she was sending people to from an ad. At the very end of the video, she says, oh, and I was a Hollywood reporter and interviewed all these people. And I'm like, you buried the lead. I want to work with you now. I'm like, I didn't know that I could trust you. You just seem great. And but did you read a blog about PR, or did you actually do it? And I'm like, oh yeah, you actually did this. You have connections. Oh, that's why I want to work with you. So you've got to say that sooner. So in my messaging, I love teaching identifiability. Who are we talking to? And then immediately credibility. Why should they listen to you? And then opportunity. What do you have to offer? And then accessibility. How can they get started? And so just don't, if you're there, like, take a minute and sit down, write down the accomplishments and what you've created and all these things, so that you can say that, so that people will know why they can listen to you.
So good. 2 things came up for me.
Yep.
So from a listener who's like, I don't know what my credibility is yet, though I'm newer. There's always something there. What would you say to them?
Ooh, that's so good. I would say it may take a second to establish something, but then what I did when I had no credibility is I basically begged people to do my training and just give me a testimonial if they got a win for their ad. That was how we started here. Okay. And then someone's like, oh my gosh, I got this. So yes, you might have a credibility gap for a minute.
You can borrow
something.
something.
Yes, borrow something.
Yes.
And just say, hey, if you do this, can you just give me a testimonial? And there's your first bit of credibility so that you can say, hey, last month I actually helped this local business owner do this, whatever it is. It's earned and it takes time.
I love that. That's so true. Yeah. You may not have it yet. You might have to, every bit of credibility in the beginning, I had to go and do for free. I did.
Me too.
I trained people for free. I spoke for free. I did all of those things for free. I forced myself into people's lives and like, I swear I can give you a result, but I'll do it for free. And
That's
then
why you're here.
I got to use, absolutely. Oh my gosh. When people like immediately want to get paid for something, I'm like, oh honey.
Yeah, you're like, I want $10,000 months. Now I know nothing yet. I'm like, but you just give yourself a second to get there.
Exactly. Okay. Second thing that comes up.
Yes.
I struggle with this so bad because I have a long line of things because I was a pivoter and I like am multifaceted.
Yeah. You just have all these skills.
I mean, you guys, it's been so long. So it's been, give me some credit. It's been like 17 years of this. But with that said, I don't know what credibility to tell people. Like what is credit? It's like, I did so much in fitness, but also that transferred so much to entrepreneurship. So is it better to go short, like the one that you gave, or is it better to do a few?
Let's workshop this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So for your current business, for your current programs, your mastermind, what is the payoff that people get from enrolling?
They get clarity on systems, on team, on back end, on, funnel, technically on their foundation of their business.
Yep. How long have you been in business to be able to like inform some of what you've curated?
Almost 20 years.
Right. So like there's other business coaches that have been in business for like a year. So I'd be like, hey, after being in the business world for over 20 years, I've helped X amount of people. So how many people do you think you've helped in the last 20 years?
Oh my gosh. Literally tens of thousands.
So, and I've been able to help tens of thousands of people from their health to their business, to scaling with their team, to operations, to marketing. And I can do the same thing for you.
Okay.
All that says is you're like, yeah, it actually sounds pretty good.
Why did I just
is
come
that
up with
me?
that?
It's like, yeah, it's just taking a minute and saying, like, I don't say, hey, I've spent $200 million on ads. What have you spent? It's like, I've spent $200 million on ads. And what that means for you is you don't have to spend that to figure it out. That's all you're saying.
Yeah.
You're saying, I put in work so you don't have to.
Okay. I love that.
I love it too. It sounds amazing.
And
Those
like,
numbers are better than mine.
In my head, literally, I'm like, we're going to go back and we're just going to pull all of these transcripts for me. Thank you so much.
That's the goal.
Yeah. And people are like, oh, thanks for your podcast. I'm like, no, thank you. So that I can, have people on and listen and learn. So I love this so much. I want to know about how people can work with you.
Yeah.
So you just gave so much information on messaging, which just informed, oh my God, literally everything that people are. I will tell you, I'm in so many groups right now. This is such a pain point.
Wow.
Such a pain point. And so I can't wait to share this with everyone. But the next question is, this goes into how you really also help people make money with ads.
It is.
So who is this for? Because there are some people who are like so intimidated by ads. I find women are very intimidated by ads, especially.
Yeah.
I kind of want to know, tell me who should be looking at this and how do we work with you?
So the challenge, that strategy we kind of talked about earlier, that's typically the first step. And so day one is messaging. So we did talk a lot about messaging right now. So a lot of that is day one. And then the rest of the days, it's the other areas of ads that people do get intimidated on. They don't know, well, where should I put my ads? That's day two. Day three is, well, who should I put my ads in front of? And then the next day is, how do you test? How do you improve? And then day five is scaling. So it all comes down to the challenge. So I can share that too.
Yes, I want to know all about the challenge. So you guys, she's talking about, she went through it with myself and my team. So a week-long challenge.
Yep. 5 days of training.
That anyone and everyone can join.
That's right. So we have people that are just starting out to 6, 7, and 8-figure clients that I've met through this training. And so whether it's you or someone on your team, it's a place for you to just learn, not how to set up ads. That is what we teach in our programs. This is how to win. It's like, think about Tiger Woods. Like, you could go golf with Tiger and you could be like, what do I hit here, Tiger? And he could just hand you the club and you could just like take the action, or you could understand the strategy. Tiger, why are you giving me a 6-iron on here? Like, why do you want me to be angled this way? It's like, what is the strategy and why are you doing it? So that if he actually told you the why and the what to do, you'd be able to take that and like use it over and over and again. Versus if he just like click this button, that's it. You wouldn't know why. So that's the goal, is how to win with ads ultimately.
So Ashley's next challenge is starting soon. So you can click the link below and you can join it. And I highly, highly recommend this because I do think that you're going to be solving way more problems than you even think, especially through this messaging and then ads. So you guys can go check that out. So Ashley, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Lori, I loved it so much. You're incredible.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much. This was just an absolute blast for me. So I'm so grateful for you.
Me too. Ditto.
All right, guys, we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.